Hello gold farmers, welcome to another gold farming video. We'll get in on this trend and disclose how much gold I had made within a month. I've seen a couple of YouTubers do it now and I just thought it was kind of fun, so I figured I'd do it too. This would be the month of December, I believe. Maybe last month, I don't really remember for sure because I started at a weird time, I guess. You know, I started WoW back up at a weird time, so it might even be like middle of December through the middle of January. Actually, is probably more than likely what it is. Either way, this trend sounds fun, so let's get into this. I know I had stopped doing my weekly gold recaps, but today we are going to take a look at how much I made in 1 month. So, not as much as Stone Overshells or, I believe you pronounce your name Penguin. I'm not 100% sure on that, but either way, I did not make 10 mil, unfortunately, but I did make 1.8 mil, which is still pretty good. You know, it's not bad, it's not great, but it's, you know, it's more than your average person. So you all might be wondering where I made that gold, and I'm not really going to disclose a whole lot about that because I didn't have any specific farm I had farmed. You know what I mean? I was just out testing farms and I'd sell my materials from there and get gold that way. And I will tell you which expansions I had farmed the most in or did the most testing in. And a lot of that was Legion. I did a lot of Legion content. I did a lot of Burning Crusade content. And let me think about this. I did some BFA content as well. Not a whole lot of BFA content, but we did do some BFA content. We did some classic content as well. We didn't do a whole lot in Shadowlands. As I was kind of trying to stay away from it there for a little while, but once we got back into the swing of things and started playing WoW a bit more, I started doing some Shadowlands stuff, and I did sell some Shadowlands stuff, but not a whole lot. Either way, I'm hoping you guys can pick up what I'm trying to put down for how you can farm gold and make gold on your server. There is really no specific way to make gold. You know, like a lot of gold farmers go out there and tell you, oh well, I went out and farmed this, so you should go farm this too because I'm making gold off of it. Well, it might work for them, but it might not work for you. A really good example of that is the Dreadfang Venom Sack. There are a couple of people that have been able to sell it, such as myself, but I sold it that once and I haven't been able to sell it again. So, does that mean it really works for me, or did I just get lucky? You know what I mean? So, be cautious of stuff like that. It's really hard to say which materials and all that are selling on your server. So, my best advice to you is just go pick a expansion that you enjoy the most. Pick a material that you think is going to be the most profitable, and just go out and sell it. You know, go out, farm it, and sell it. You know, that's literally the best advice I have to give anybody who is wanting to get into gold making or wants to make gold. A question that I get asked quite frequently, which I really don't know how to respond to, is my game subscription ends soon, so how do I make enough gold to get that WoW token? You know, I don't really know how to answer that because there is no specific way to make that amount of gold that quickly. A lot of it is just farming materials you think is going to sell and trying to sell it. And I wouldn't stick with just one material. You know, I wouldn't stick with the same expansion either. I'd do a little bit in this expansion, a little bit in that expansion, maybe a little bit of this farm and some of that farm, and just try to post your stuff. You might be farming for quite a while, depending on how long you have left and how much more gold you have to make, but for the most part, if you want to make enough gold for your game token, then that's about the best thing I can suggest. You know, don't stick to just one farm, and don't farm for only an hour or two a day. You have to actually like grind the gold, but that's only if you have a couple of days left on your subscription. Anyways, if you haven't checked it out yet, I have a Patreon page. The first tier is solely to support me. I might throw in some exclusive content for you guys, so either way, we'll just have to wait and see. But then we got my second tier, which is exclusive content, and then we have my third tier, which is me teaching you how to make gold. So that little bit that I just told you guys about how to make gold, there'll be a lot more of that in a lot more detailed format. Not really format, but in a lot more detailed and a personal level. You know, I'll personally teach you guys how I make my gold. I have gone over it a couple of times, but it's a really hard point to get across. You know, it really is. And I'll even let you guys know what it is again. I literally just test farms. That's how I make my gold. You know, I made 1.8 mil just testing farms. You know, I've got a guild bank full of Shadowlands materials of me literally just testing farms. You know, I got this tab, I got this tab, and then about 11 or 12 stacks of desolate leather on my main. You know, and it's just all of this I bought, but you know, just enjoy doing it. You know, there's no right or wrong way, and this is me testing farms for maybe 2 or 3 hours a day. You know, it's not like I have enough time to strictly farm, unless if I live stream. If I live stream, then I have more time. But if I just casually play, then you know, I have enough time to make a little bit of gold. So with that being said, 1.8 mil is casual gold. This isn't like strict hardcore gold farming. This is me like lingering around and trying to make gold and try to find new spots to make gold in, you know? Like, I want to try and come up with guides for you guys. And one thing that was brought to my attention is I can't make guides if I don't have gold. Well, that was one of my biggest problems because I like testing farms, but I don't really necessarily like making gold, you know? That's a really hard thing to explain, but I'm not in it for the gold, I'm in it for the fun and the testing and the sharing, you know? But that point that was brought up to me is a very good point, because who wants to go to a gold maker who doesn't have any gold and take tips from them, you know what I mean? So I have finally gotten on the right path and started making quite a bit of gold, and my farms I test have been a little bit more strict than usual. So that's another thing to keep in mind. One farm that I can recommend you try would be, if I can right click out of this, would be an Argus and Cocoon. It's this route right here. You'll want to kill all of the Talbucks that are alongside this route, and you will also want to pick up herbs and ores. So there is a little farm to try out today. That's for those of you who like to watch my videos from beginning to end, or even just watching the end of my videos. So anyways, that's all for now, so thanks for watching. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.